Hey guys, what's going on? Noxfox here with some more Vainglory, and I'm going in as Petal, an old favorite of mine that I actually haven't been giving much attention lately. But I have since been playing quite a bit since this patch came out overall. This was actually my first match getting back into Petal for this patch, so I hadn't actually played her in quite some time when we did this match. But actually turned out pretty well. I had I had a lot more fun than I thought I would, which is what led me to just pick her up again and start playing more of Petal. And so yeah, it's really normal start. Just get the crystal bit and start clearing the farm. 2 potions, just because it's, you know, you can afford them. I guess it wouldn't be bad to get a potion and a flare, much like I do when I roam. But I don't know. I've never done that. I always get potions as jungler. So yeah, probably one of my favorite CP junglers. Actually, definitely one of my favorite CP junglers. And I just love kiting and generally being annoying with her. It's super fun. And it turns out she works very well with the new Lyra. Yeah, we're gonna handle this just no problem at all. It's just so we have this really commanding presence in the jungle this early on, which is really nice. Yeah, did a little bit different on the build this time around, because last time I was playing Petal, I always wanted to get that frost burn right away for the kiting help. But I mean, the Lyra is so good at giving us speed and keeping the enemy slow that I just went ahead for full damage this time around, and ended up picking up a alternating current and a broken myth for my damage items. And I believe I eventually did get a frost burn, but yeah, I don't know. If I was gonna do it over, I might not. I might just stack up on the defense a bit harder. And so yeah, and even yeah, so I hadn't really done this before, where I would build alternating current first. So I ended up picking up the blazing salvo. Probably would prefer to get the heavy prism first, if I had my choice of it. But we're gonna jump right out of the way of Krul there. And yeah, so as you can see, just the control between Lyra and the just mobility and kiting ability and kiteability of Petal here is just working wonders in the jungle here, even though the enemy did get a rotation. It's just going so well. And yeah, so you can see why I got excited to play Petal again after this match, because her strength's really shown here. And of course, we know Lyra's a little bit OP at the moment, or at least a lot of people think she is. So I mean, I'm sure that helped. The B is so useful, and the A is so useful, and the C is kind of cool sometimes. Other times it's like a disruptive mess that kind of just ruins fights as everybody gets warped everywhere. But yeah, Lyra, the kit is amazing. Yeah, she's just gonna go ahead and B now. Krul's not gonna be able to A until he gets out of that, which now he can. But as you can see, he's just not going to be able to stay on Lyra, so he can't get those stacks, then he can't release the stacks and stay alive. Yeah, it's harsh. I've played Krul against Lyra myself. It's a nightmare, because you know, you get into a fight, and then if you get that B dropped on you, which isn't hard for her to do, because she can just teleport right on top of you if she wants to. And once you get hit in that B, you can't A, so you can't shield, and your shield, you know, it's a lot of times what you need to stay alive long enough to get your stacks off, which, you know, which then that heals you, and that just kind of keeps the whole cycle going of staying up. And then if you can't get that shield off, and you can't get on the target and get the stacks, and it all falls apart. Like the whole kit shuts down, because he can't A, so he can't get to the target, he can't shield, and then he can't get stacks, and then he can't release stacks, and then he can't heal himself, and then he just dies sad and frustrated. Or at least I did. That's what happened to me. That's my Krul versus Lyra story. But other than that, I've actually been enjoying Krul quite a bit anyways. But this is not a Krul video, this is a Petal video. We're getting some pretty good money from these backs here. 132, not bad at all. And yeah, just the sustain with Lyra is going to be awesome. If we get hurt, she just A's. It's fine. Plus we have our ult that we can heal with too in a pinch. Just all of it working together really well. So we're getting a little bit far ahead here. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and have to pop our boots there, because we did take a very offensive jump towards whoever the hell that was. I don't remember now. The laner, whoever the laner was, to try to pick up the kill. Was it? No, was it Lance? I'm sure. For some reason, I'm thinking Lance. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, so we had to kind of get out of there because we got a little ahead of ourselves. But it works out. Yeah, with those offensive. Okay, yeah, I guess it is Lance. Yeah, with those offensive jumps, like trying to jump in to pick up a kill or to chase, definitely a good idea to try to have your boots up and to maybe avoid them if you don't have your boots up. Otherwise, you can get in a situation that you won't be able to get out of, unless you have a Lyra handy. Of course, if Lyra's around, you can get out of anything, basically. So yeah, Lance's lane, that's interesting. So in Arden Krul jungle, it's an all melee team, which as Petal, I'm just gonna have a good time with. Yeah, so this alternating current, helping our damage big time. It's so nice. And it makes our even our auto attacks, something that they have to consider. One of the reasons I really loved alternating current before, back when I used to play Petal, and because I built alternating current a little bit, but Frostburn ended up being the main item I went for. Like Frostburn, Broken Myth, I believe, is what I would build. Yeah, but one of the reasons I liked it even before was because that helped your auto attacks. It gives you at least some damage, even if all your minions are getting wiped out or they're getting focused or just some kind of random AoE just takes them out. You can still contribute some damage, not nearly as much as you would be if you had your minions up. But I mean, while you're waiting for them to come up, you can still do something at least, which is a little nice. And plus, it helps the farm, I guess, which is convenient. Not really necessary though. The minions just rip farm apart. But yeah, I mean, other than that, just attacking fast is fun, so that's always good. Alright, so pretty late on Minion Mine, but whatever. We got it at 8 minutes. It's the new thing. See, Sky is dancing around. Okay, yeah, so Sky goes down. I could see on the minimap that she was going all over the place. So it looked like something was going on. And so yeah, Lyra taking a big chunk of damage, but she's going to try to heal herself. The bee is going to be super great against all these guys. They have very mobile kits, but she's just going to die, so oh well. Yeah, so that bee is going to shut down basically everyone's kit, honestly. Lance is going to not be able to roll or do his A, and I'm just going to die at turret because I get caught by a sword, unfortunately, and I do not have my block yet. Yeah, see, I'm a little too. And in here, this is where I should have been building a block, but I'm just a little too eager to do more damage. I mean, I'm 7-1, so I guess I'm just a little too confident here. But yeah, yeah, if I was to do this over, I would recommend the block at this point. So yeah, back to Lyra's B and how well she works. Just in these comps, both just works really great with Petal. And just and specifically against these enemies, because like I was saying, so her B is going to shut down Arden's basically entire kit. He might be able to still gauntlet. I'm not even sure. And this is something I should know because I play Arden a lot and I play him against Lyra. And yeah, I just know that as Arden, I have to avoid that thing like crazy because I can do almost nothing inside of it. So yeah, we have to use our boots to narrowly escape the Lance stab there, and oh, Arden's gonna catch us, but he's gonna go down for it. Yeah, it was okay. So he had to waste gauntlet and die. So yeah, it was a suicide run. Not much you can do in those situations. If the enemy is willing to die to kill you, sometimes you just can't get away. Yeah, so she's gonna shut down Arden completely. Lyra's B is, and then Krul, like I said, it's only gonna mess with his A, but it's such an important aspect of his kit that it can be really devastating if it hits at the wrong time. Plus, it just makes it really hard for him to engage on people just like that. She can just B and then out, and then if she does, for whatever reason, needs a little extra speed, just drops the A, pops it, and gets the extra run speed. And the best part is she can give that to me, use the Petal, and it makes kiting so nice. So nice as Petal. Yeah, so Petal and Lyra go together very well. Honestly, I'm seeing a lot of heroes go together with Lyra very well. So yeah, it's going to be a problem for Krul as well. And then of course B is going to shut down most of Lance's abilities as well, because they're all mobility abilities except for the B, the block. Which would be interesting if he can actually block the snare and then do his abilities in the V, but I don't know if that's actually how it works. So yeah, we're just way too squishy. That's the only thing right now, but we're gonna go ahead and use the heal to try to survive, but then we're not going to. And so yeah, so like I said, this was my first match getting back into Petal, and I was just looks to be like I was just way too eager to do the damage and not. Okay, I'm at the defense tab. That's the right step. There you go. Buying a little bit of it. You do that reflex block though. And nice. Lance is gonna. Oh yes, I remember this moment. So yeah, what was happening there was Lance was taking this guy's A shots and taking turret shot, and what ends up happening is he rolls right into one of my seeds that was under the brush, and so that's why I got the credit for that kill. Yeah. So if anyone asks, I planned it out that way. That's specifically why I put the seed there. And so yeah, Krul is just gonna have a hell of a time trying to engage, because obviously Sky is super annoying and Lyra is gonna control him so well, and then I'm gonna be trying to kite him. Yeah, so I cannot blame Krul for having such a bad time. This is a nightmare comp for him, without a doubt. Yeah, and actually, just the fact that we're all ranged and they're all melee is also going to make things very interesting in these fights, especially with the B. It's going to give us a huge advantage. Oh, and I go down so fast. I use my shield to block the root, and then I have nothing left to block the gauntlet with. So, unfortunately, we go down. Yeah, that's the only thing. We are going to be all ranged, which is nice against all melee, but we are all going to be very squishy compared to these guys. So we're going to be very susceptible to turnarounds like that. Yeah, this is the kind of thing you don't usually see in regular matches, but you will see a lot in BR. And it's interesting to see how the dynamic plays out between all range and all melee. A lot of times the melee can win, but it takes like until the late game when they get like their tankiness up, and the range are kind of full glass cannon at that point, and they can kind of, if they get a good engagement, they can just kind of burn down the squishy ranged guys and just kind of pull out a win that way. So that's something we're still gonna have to worry about here in a real match as well. And so yeah, nothing super exciting happening now. Just getting the farm. Looks like we could have an engagement at the shop. Oh yeah, we're gonna be a little shop control engagement, but we're not looking to fight without Sky being around, and we shouldn't have too much trouble disengaging with the Lyra help. Oh, but he does. Okay, so Krul does throw the sword. The teleport goes down. There's so much happening. So we jump out to safety. We melt down the Krul with our ult, and now just the damage coming out of all of us is just cleaning up the rest of it. Very nice. A super chaotic fight, but pretty cool. Yeah, so basically what happened is Krul banked on getting down the Lyra before she could react, and unfortunately for him, Lyra was able to teleport out and do what she needed to do to stay alive, and then we just kind of came at him with the ult while he was busy with that, and just it went downhill for them from there once they lost a member. Then it's a 3v2, and they don't want to stick around for that. Can't blame them for that. So yeah, Sky and, well, let's get this. Skye had a little tussle with the lane, but it looks like it went her way until Krul came out and killed her, according to the little prompts on the right. And so yeah, now Krul and Arden hanging out in lane. Kraken is up. Be a good time to make a play, but we're down a member of our team. Minions trailing behind. Looking awesome. Little skeleton minions. Speaking of which, Petal needs a new skin. Hope that happens soon. A little off topic, but still. So yeah, another jungle clear. Just gotta wait for our member to come back up before we can really make a play. We do need to get vision on that Kraken though, because we don't want that to get taken without us knowing about it. We want to be able to react to that. But with Lance in the lane, there's probably a pretty good chance they're not taking it. They could still completely take it though. I mean, Krul could probably solo it, so it's still something to keep in mind. We don't know where the junglers are. Okay, Arden is accounted for. Lance is accounted for. Don't know where Krul is. And there he is. Alright, so yeah, that's no longer a concern. And we're starting to win this fight, even though it's on their turret. Just the range and the poke and the kiting is just overwhelming them at this point. This would be a great time to have Frostburn, because then I could be slowing the Krul. But unfortunately I do not. We're going to have to use our block on the turret there, but we do get a fountain. Little heal, and was that it? An ace? I guess so. I guess the team cleaned it up. Nice. So now it went from a good push to an ace push, which is going to be pretty devastating. And we should be able to just take down this turret and probably swing around for Kraken. I'm assuming that's what we're going to go for. Maybe mess with Arden a little bit. Just me getting a little too confident, trying to practice my jumps and such too. It must be me going, oh yeah, I like Petal. Let me try to do things I used to do. Okay, so the gauntlet is down. That's good news. He just kind of misjudged where we were at, I guess. And so, okay, so that's why I picked up the Frostburn. It's because the fight was about to break out and I had to buy something, so I just ended up buying that. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and drop an ult. Very nice with all 3 minions, and yeah, it's gonna clean up very nicely. And we're not even gonna need to get Kraken. We're just gonna be able to push for win here, from the looks of it. But we'll see, we'll see. I've seen stranger turnarounds than this. It's only 17 minutes in, so it's not super late, so the timers aren't very, very long. But, I mean, I think there's going to be too much damage for them to stop. Yeah, okay, the Vayne is going down for sure. And so, yeah, actually, overall, very commanding match for us. And yeah, Petal was just a blast to play in this. Got to do... yeah, just all kinds of hurting on the Krul there in the jungle as my jungle opponent. Worked out quite nicely. Oh yeah, and Krul was going CP. That's interesting. Yeah, that's actually another thing too. The B can be especially devastating because the CP build relies so much on being able to use your abilities that when you can't A, it's like so harsh. You need that shield. The shield is so important. But yeah, actually CP Krul though can be really cool if you can land all that stuff. So yeah, there you go. Petal, super fun to play. Lyra works really well with Petal. Yeah, just the great control and the fact that she can give Petal the speed boost. It's so nice. Kind of similar to what it would be like with an Arden, except just with that slow, that B. It is a game changer for sure. It honestly, like, it's a lot more scary than the teleport a lot of times, depending on what the situation is and what the fight's going to be and what the comps are. As an Arden, definitely more worried about the B than the teleport than the ult. So yeah, great synergy between Lyra and Petal for sure. So if you get the chance to do that combination, give it a try. Yes, Petal just naturally has a great kit for kiting with the jumps and then the seeds, knocking people back. And then if they have to deal with that on top of Lyra's B, which is just nasty, and then the A to give Petal speed, it is ridiculously good. It synergizes so well that I definitely would not want to have to deal with it as a jungler. or roam, just being in the jungle. I would not want to have to deal with that comp. Yeah, I can tell where it would be super annoying. And if the Petal goes for a Frostburn, which I honestly wouldn't be a bad idea, and it's not necessary, but I mean, if you just want absolute control, you could go for it. I don't know. It can vary based on your playstyle. But yeah, alternating and Broken Myths have been my go-to for my recent Petal endeavors. So yeah, like I said, it's really strong combination. Give it a try if you get the chance. And yeah, Petal's awesome. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one. Later, guys. Bye.